Have you ever caught your wife giving you that look? You know the one, where she's smiling, but there's something behind it. After decades together, you might think you've got it all figured out. But even now, there are little things that could make her heart skip a beat all over again. The truth is, love doesn't retire when you do. In fact, these golden years can be the most meaningful chapter yet, if you know the simple gestures that matter most. And here's a secret. The last 2 tips in this video, 90% of seniors don't know them, and they could change everything about how connected you feel. Plus, stick around to hear about the biggest daily mistake most senior husbands make without even realizing it's quietly affecting their marriage. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and share so we can keep empowering our community. Today, we're diving into something close to the heart, the small ways you can bring even more joy, comfort, and connection to your marriage after 65. Because let's face it, life looks different now. The busy days of raising kids, building careers, and running around are behind you. And what's left? Hopefully, a deep companionship that's ready to be nurtured even more. But sometimes, without meaning to, we fall into habits. We get comfortable. We stop doing the little things that made all the difference when we were younger. That's why this video matters. It's not about grand romantic gestures or expensive vacations. It's about the tiny, powerful ways you can keep your wife's heart warm and maybe even make her fall in love with you all over again. So, let's jump into the 5 things your wife secretly wishes you'd do more. And trust me, some of them will surprise you. Number 1, listen without trying to fix everything. One of the most powerful gifts you can give your wife at this stage of life is your full, undivided attention. When she shares a story about her day, or even voices a little frustration, she's not always looking for a solution. She's looking for a connection. Most men are naturally wired to fix things. A problem comes up, and the instinct is to offer advice, suggest a remedy, or jump straight into action. But what many husbands don't realize is that sometimes the very act of trying to fix things can make your wife feel unheard. It can make her feel like her emotions are being brushed aside instead of embraced. The truth is, your wife often just wants you to listen fully, patiently, and with your heart. Not half listen while glancing at the TV or thinking about your next golf game or waiting for your turn to speak. Real listening means putting down the remote, turning your body toward her, making eye contact, and showing through your actions that her words matter to you. Simple gestures, nodding, smiling, squeezing her hand, communicate volumes without you saying a word. Even small affirmations like, "That sounds tough," or "I'm glad you shared that with me," can create a sense of deep emotional safety. Real-life example. Imagine she's telling you about a frustrating conversation she had with a neighbor. The temptation might be to say, "You should just tell him off," or "Next time, you ought to do this." Instead, take a breath, lean in a little, and simply say, "Wow, that must have been frustrating. Tell me more about what happened." By doing this, you're not just hearing her words, you're hearing her heart. You're offering a safe place where she can unload her worries without fear of judgment or being fixed. It's such a small shift, but it makes a world of difference, because at the end of the day, being truly present, without trying to solve or change anything, is one of the clearest ways you can show her that she still matters deeply to you. And that's something she will feel and remember. Number 2, give genuine compliments. After decades together, it's easy to fall into comfortable routines, and even easier to forget that your wife still wants to feel seen, appreciated, and beautiful in your eyes. No matter how many years have passed, the desire to feel valued never fades. And here's the truth. It doesn't take grand gestures or flowery words to make her feel special. It's the simple, genuine compliments that carry the most meaning. When you tell your wife that she looks lovely in that blue sweater, you're doing more than just commenting on her appearance. You're reminding her that you notice her, You're showing her that even after all this time, she still catches your eye and your heart. The secret to a powerful compliment is being specific. Instead of the usual, "you look nice," take an extra second to be a little more thoughtful. That color really brings out the sparkle in your eyes. Your smile still makes my whole day better. I love how cozy you've made the living room. It feels so welcoming because of you. Specific compliments show that you're paying attention. They feel personal, not automatic. And that little extra thought makes all the difference. Real life example. The next time you're getting ready to head out, to lunch, to a family gathering, or even just a simple Sunday at church, pause before you grab the car keys. Take a real, honest look at her. Notice her hair, her outfit, her smile, the little details that sometimes get overlooked. Then pick one genuine thing you truly admire and say it out loud. "Wow, that dress looks beautiful on you. You have the most peaceful smile. It's my favorite thing to see." You'll be amazed at how her entire mood can brighten from just a few sincere words. Because it's not about flattery or being over the top. It's about making her feel valued and seen in the quiet, everyday moments. When you offer a compliment from the heart, you're reinforcing the bond you've spent a lifetime building. You're letting her know that she's not invisible to you, that she's still deeply loved and admired. And for your wife, that small spark of attention can light up her entire day. Number 3, plan small, thoughtful surprises. Surprises don't have to be grand or expensive to touch your wife's heart. In fact, it's the small, everyday gestures that often mean the most. It's about showing her in little ways that you're thinking of her. Not just out of habit, but because you still cherish her. Something as simple as picking up her favorite snack at the grocery store, even if she didn't ask, can speak volumes. It says, "I know what you love, and I care enough to bring it to you." It's thoughtful, it's personal, and it brings a smile to her face in a way that no grand, once-a-year gift ever could. Small surprises keep the relationship feeling fresh and alive. They gently remind your wife that romance isn't just for the newlyweds or the young. It's for every season of love, especially the ones built over a lifetime of shared memories. You don't have to plan an elaborate getaway or spend a fortune on jewelry. Sometimes it's about the note you leave by the coffee pot that says, "Have a beautiful day, I love you," or the spontaneous suggestion to have a simple backyard picnic, complete with sandwiches and a few laughs under the sun. Real life example. Imagine it's a random Tuesday afternoon. You stop by the local flower shop and pick up a small bouquet. Maybe it's her favorite daisies or sunflowers, or even a single rose. When she walks into the bedroom and sees those flowers waiting on her nightstand, her whole day brightens. It's not about the flowers themselves. It's about the thought, the surprise, the feeling of being remembered and cherished. Even a $5 bouquet quietly says, "You're still the most important person in my world." Other easy ideas? Buy her favorite dessert and set it on the kitchen counter with a little sticky note, "Just because I love you." Play your wedding song one evening while you're sitting together and invite her to slow dance right there in the living room. Warm up her car on a cold morning before she heads out, or surprise her with her favorite movie queued up for a cozy night in. Small, thoughtful surprises aren't about impressing your wife. They're about expressing your ongoing love in the simplest, most human ways. And those tiny moments? They become the precious memories that both of you carry forward, hand in hand. Number 4, show physical affection without expecting more. Physical touch is one of the most powerful ways to communicate love. As you both age, it becomes even more vital, yet often overlooked in long-term relationships. But here's the important distinction. Your wife is looking for affection that's tender and genuine, not necessarily driven by intimacy. A simple touch, a soft kiss, or a comforting hug can mean the world to her, especially if it's given without any expectations attached. In fact, the most cherished moments of physical connection are often the ones that don't come with any strings attached. It's the times when you reach out just to hold her hand, or when you wrap her in a warm embrace for no reason other than that you care. This kind of affectionate touch serves as a reminder that she's still desired, cherished, and loved, just as she is in her current stage of life. Real life example. Think about the next time you're sitting together on the couch watching a show. Instead of focusing on the TV, reach over and hold her hand. It's such a simple gesture, but it sends a clear message. I'm here with you in this moment. Or, when you're making breakfast in the kitchen, pause for just a second to give her a quick kiss on the forehead. Let that moment linger. No rush, no agenda. Simply enjoy the connection that comes from physical affection. These small acts of touch are more than just physical. They create an emotional bond that deepens over time. They remind your wife that even after all these years, she's still the one you want to be close to, both emotionally and physically. There's actual science behind why touch is so powerful. Physical affection releases oxytocin, the love hormone, which not only strengthens emotional bonds, but also reduces stress, anxiety, and even lowers blood pressure. A simple hug or a kiss on the cheek has the power to bring comfort, soothe worries, and improve your overall well-being. In fact, studies have shown that regular affectionate touch can boost overall happiness and health in relationships. This is especially crucial as you both navigate the challenges and changes of aging. Feeling connected through physical touch can help both of you feel less isolated or disconnected. So, next time you're with her, remember that affection doesn't always have to lead to something more. The most meaningful connections are often the ones that are pure, simple, and sincere. Number 5, talk about the future, no matter your age. Here's one of the most overlooked aspects of a long-lasting marriage. Your wife still wants to dream with you. It doesn't matter how many years you've been together, she still craves that feeling of hope and excitement about the future. Something to look forward to. It might not be the big career plans or grand adventures of your younger years, but those smaller, meaningful dreams can have just as much power in enriching your relationship. It could be as simple as planning a new routine, like a Sunday pancake tradition that's been on the back burner for years, or maybe it's a little getaway to that quaint town you've always talked about visiting but never quite got around to. Perhaps it's a new project, something you both can start together, like building a garden in the backyard next spring. These small plans may seem trivial, but they do wonders to keep your relationship fresh and full of life. Planning together, no matter how small the goal, gives both of you something to look forward to. It reaffirms the idea that life is not just about looking back on the good old days, but moving forward into new, exciting moments, side by side. It tells her, I still see us growing together, even in our later years. Dreaming about the future as a couple can reignite the spark in your marriage. It shifts the focus from just getting through the days to actively creating memorable moments together. No matter your age, having future goals, even if they're simple or small, is a vital part of feeling connected and engaged with each other. It creates a shared sense of purpose, something that binds you even more closely. Real life example. Next time you're sitting down for dinner, instead of talking about what's already happened during the day, try a simple question like, is there something new you'd like us to try this year? It doesn't need to be a huge, life-changing decision. It can be as easy as visiting a local museum, exploring a new hobby, or even taking up a small DIY project together. These little plans aren't just distractions. They keep the spirit of adventure alive. They offer a tangible connection to the future, showing her that you're still thinking about what's next for both of you, and you want to experience it together. By making space for these conversations, you reassure your wife that she's not only part of your past, but also part of your future, and that's something both of you can cherish. Growing older together is one of the greatest gifts life can offer. But just like a beautiful old house or a classic car, a strong marriage needs care, attention, and a little tenderness, even after all these years. The truth is, the small things matter more now than ever. It's the listening without judgment, the surprise cup of coffee placed quietly by her chair, the soft kiss on the forehead when you pass by. These moments are tiny in the grand scheme of things, but they're huge in the heart. Aging doesn't mean letting go of romance. If anything, it's an invitation to deepen it, to create a bond that feels even stronger, even richer, even more precious with time. Remember, your wife isn't looking for a grand hero. She's looking for the man she fell in love with, the one who made her feel seen, heard, and treasured. And the beautiful thing is, you already are that man. You just need to show up in those small ways again and again. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many years you've been together. It's about how well you loved each other in all those years. And guess what? It's never too late to start making new memories. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I truly hope these little reminders sparked something in your heart, and maybe gave you a few new ideas to make this chapter of your life even more beautiful. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who might need a little encouragement too. Let's keep building a community where we lift each other up, share wisdom, and make every year even better than the last. Until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other, because love, just like a fine wine, only gets better with time. See you in the next video.